Shampoo stung my eyes this morning, and my soap fell down the drain. I really should have seen these things as warnings that today would be a pain. But I didn't, and instead turned off the water and grabbed a towel. Already being late, I should have told Brooke to take a message, but instead I answered. It was an old friend from high school.
Hey, it's Eddie. You remember me? Eddie Bishop?
Yes, I remembered Eddie. He was one of those guys who always made you nervous, never knowing what kind of trouble they might get you into next.
Hi, Eddie. Listen, I'm actually on my way to work right now. You think maybe I could call you back when I have a little more time?
Yeah, sure thing. I just called to let you in on something I had going on. But if you gotta get going, I figure it could wait. Let me give you my number.
As I wrote down Eddie's number, I began to realize how nice it was not to know him anymore. Much like this phone call, he had a knack for awkward appearances, and as I let him go, I tried not to let on that it would take quite a bit for me to call him back. I had figured it had saved up its strength for just such a day as this to croak, planning and waiting for the most opportune time to screw me with one last farewell annoyance. Perhaps I'll just leave it here permanently, I thought, and with any luck he'll catch fire. But now I was in a horrible spot, and I was already running late before. I didn't have the time or the phone to call a tow truck, so I continued my way on foot and would have to worry about the car later. When I had finally arrived at work, I was just shy of an hour and a half late. Before I could make it to my chair and put my things away, my boss, who was already on a rampage, caught me. Someone must have let their personal phone ring within his earshot, or the cleaning crew last night must not have replaced his chair properly after vacuuming, as it was awfully early for him to be so worked up. I got home by taxi, which was kind of fun. I got to see the price of the convenience of an automobile, but when you don't actually own the hardware. Coming home earlier than usual, I got to see what the neighborhood looked like when illuminated by the afternoon's high sun. It was nice to have finally gotten home. My day was enough to make me want to sit down, relax, watch some TV, and never go back outside again. But shortly after I had walked through the door, I got one of those feelings sensing things just weren't right. Now she must have been thinking that she was perfectly safe and that I was busy at work, because when I had opened the bedroom door, she was awfully surprised to see me. I did want to watch some TV and relax, but because the apartment really wasn't big enough for the three of us, I chose to take a walk when I had remembered the phone call from Eddie. Not having much going for me at the moment, I had figured I'd return the phone call.
Usually I'd do something like this myself, but since this is a little bit different of an establishment, I figure I don't really look the part, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. So, what is it you want me to do?
Oh, it's no big deal. It's a classic bank robbery case. Been looking at the place for a while. No guy on the overnight team. Says the place is a real pushover. Just your average, little small-time bank. No big deal.
Alright. What are you gonna do? Just, drop me off there?
Nah, you're gonna drop me off. I'm gonna give you the car. Everything you need is gonna be in the glove box.
What a beautiful afternoon it was for driving a car nicer than mine and robbing a bank. When I got inside, I looked around for one of the gentleman tellers who I thought would be able to handle having the barrel of a handgun pointed directly at his eyeball. I found my man, a balding fellow in his early 40s, wearing a beard, light green sweater vest, and a name tag which read Henry. I pulled the gun out from the waistband of my pants and began saying the words I thought they said during a bank robbery. I got out with the money damn quick, but before I could drive off, I had to decide on a dilemma which had occurred to me as soon as I saw Henry. Do I take the money back to Eddie and receive my cut? That would be about enough to fix my car. Or do I take his car and run from the law and Eddie, or whoever he might be tied to? I know either way I'd be running from someone. I don't think Eddie could be much use to me anymore, unless it would be to further assist him in his crimes, or worse yet, continue to be his fall guy. I figure I'll just let him rot on that street corner and skip town. Finally, I don't think I'll be picking up my girlfriend to tag along.